Okay guys, so I've been promising you the video for how I prep my yarn for our needle felting. If you use roving, you won't really have to do this, but since I'm using yarn, you have to kind of take it a step further. I mean, you could probably just needle felt the strands if you're trying to get like a stitched look. That might be doable before it's fluffed, but I'm not sure. I haven't tried that yet. That would need some experimenting. But to fluff the yarn, there's a couple, well, there's probably like 2 different ways you could do it. But you're going to need some scissors of some description, and some yarn, and a sticker brush. This is, well, it's what they call a sticker brush, or it's an undercoat brush to, it's like a pet grooming brush, basically. It gets like the undercoat out from your dog's fur. This one is metal, and you can see the little teethies, and they're at like a slight angle. They've got like a little elbow on them that's slightly bent, and they're a little bit sharp on the metal one. I think there is a version in plastic I've seen. I'm not sure how well that one would hold up. This one's held up well, pretty well. And a piece of cardboard or something that can take a beating. This is optional. So now when it comes to doing the yarn, I use acrylic yarn. I don't know if cotton yarn would work. That would require some experimentation. So you're basically going to cut the yarn into lengths that are manageable for you, but still long enough for you to hold on to. So we'll just cut some yarn lengths here. They don't have to be exactly the same length, but if you can try to get them close, it'll make things a little bit smoother. So how many you want to handle at one time is up to you. I don't know. I kind of just get a handful. I don't usually have it that full, because the fuller it gets, the harder it can be to deal with. So one of the methods that I've seen is like a little notchy guy being cut into your cardboard. And taking your, there's your notch, taking your yarn, just kind of stretching it out. And this is going to be a little noisy, so warning for your earbud people. And then you're just going to brush and start at the bottom, and then while you're holding it on the back side with your finger, and then start at the ends. Sometimes this works better than others. And then just start working your way further up, and the little teeth in here will slowly undo the twisting of the yarn. And then it's, putting it back to its pre-twisted state, into its like sort of roving state. You will get some in your brush, more than fine. Just kind of pull it out. If you've got anything that's being stubborn, grab like a paintbrush handle, or even your scissors gently, if you have scissors that are thin enough, and just kind of weave it through, and then it'll raise up enough. A lot of times I use like a toothpick or like a kitchen barbecue skewer. These things are fabulous and multi-use for art supplies. Just, you know, once you start using one for art supplies, that's it. It's an art supply item. Don't forget that. Don't multi-mix it back into food use. Now, and you'll just keep going until it's fluffed out to your liking. Now the other method, and this is the one that I prefer, is skipping the cardboard entirely and just holding it and just laying the yarn on there and just kind of dragging it through. I prefer this method a little bit better. This method might scratch up the skin on your thumbs a little bit though, so do be aware of that. Because I haven't ripped open my thumb or anything, but I have gotten it a little bit rough with the brush touching this thumb at times. This one not so much, but this one I'll get some slight surface abrasions to it. Nothing that really requires a band-aid for me, but if you're doing a lot of it, you might want to go with the cardboard method. I like this method because it's not as scratchy. And it doesn't have to be cardboard. It could be like a self-cutting mat, or a self-healing cutting mat. There we go. I always say it wrong. But yeah, so then after you're done brushing it, you get your fluff. And then don't forget to pull out the fluff that was tangled up in your brush, because that's still usable. I mean, you'll have some pieces that, you know, where like the strand broke off a little bit, where it didn't fully fluff. You can try to re-fluff those, or you can just be like, screw it, I'm just gonna use it anyway, or you can pick those little undesirable pieces out. I'm on a budget, so I use them anyway, and it really hasn't been that noticeable in the finished piece. So then I just kind of put all of my fluff together, and I have little Ziploc sandwich bags that I store it in once I've fluffed it. And I've actually taken the color and the barcode off of the wrappers of the yarns and stuck them in their corresponding color bag. So this one has the actual shade, and I have the UPC if I need to get more of it, and hope that they still have that color. So that is how I fluff the yarn, and hopefully that has been helpful. I know it's not real helpful when I show it on the live streams and I'm just kind of doing like a really super quick demo, but this was me actually doing it. It doesn't take that long, but you know, it can take like maybe 15-20 minutes to get a Ziploc bag full. So, and it also depends on how many colors you're trying to get and how full you want your bag, because this stuff can compress down pretty good. But yeah, so there you have it. Hopefully that helps you guys.